the charity appears to have been hollowed out like a gourd and crammed full of toxic waste.
Very nice, yeah. It's the NSPCC pushed trans ideology on children, whistleblower claims. This is Julia Marshall, 62. She had volunteered for 30 years, and she found that it had been completely captured by Stonewall. This is absolutely shocking. I mean, she was told to ask primary school-aged children their pronouns, all right? And it says she first had concerns in 2019 when someone started putting she, her in emails. It's like the start of a dystopian movie, these little signs. This is how it begins. We're talking about children under 11. And at one point, they said to her, well, they were trying to get her to ask pronouns for children. She was like, this is mad, you're all crazy, right? And there's this bit where the NSPCC spokesman has actually replied to this and made it worse. They say something simple like using a child's preferred pronouns is one way in which a young person can feel listened to and respected. Children don't have preferred pronouns unless you teach them this garbage. When I was 11, we didn't have these pronouns. You brainwashed them and taught them this, so of course they regurgitate it. It's not a thing, and it's disgusting. And remember, this is the National Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children. You had one job, is all I can say, and you failed.
Absolutely correct. I mean, we all talked about we've been talking for a long time about the long march through the institutions, you know, but sometimes you do kind of, you assume some of them would be beyond the pale. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can understand Stonewall getting involved in the BBC or the newspapers or the civil service, but children's charities.
Still, unsurprisingly, they go for the kids because they want to get them at an early age. And talk about irony, cruelty, prevention of cruelty against children.
But this is how they always frame it, that it's a safety concern, that they're safeguard. It's the projection, the inversion of the truth is the most sinister aspect.
They have this ideology of gender affirming, and sex and gender are two things. So a child as young as 2 might have a different gender than their sex, and they might have, therefore, they don't know what pronouns are. They might have a favorite Pokemon, but
well, we thought. I mean, I'm going back. We've been doing this for a couple of years, but I remember very clearly when my daughter Matilda and her best friend Delphine were absolutely convinced that they were wolves. They believed that they had the spirits, the souls of wolves.
And they actually did, which was what was weird in that.
Very hard to affirm that with surgery, but we got there in the end.